Some years ago, I was to do a presentation for some 300 leaders in the north of Sweden in a town called Umeå. Leaving my house that morning, I did not know that that would be the last day that I would ever do a presentation on customer service and service leadership. And the reason for that was waiting for me outside of the airport when I arrived. Now here's my story. Coming out from the terminal with my wheeled bag, I was heading for the taxi area. There were no cabs in there, but I was not in a hurry, so I was standing there and waiting for a cab to come up. And suddenly, this guy sneaks up from behind and picks up my bag, my wheeled bag with my computers and stuff like that. And I look at him and says, "Sorry, that's my bag." And he says, "Follow me." It sounded like the Russian mafia. I thought, did I go to the right airport? I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a cab to the city. And then he says, "Listen, I drive the airport bus. It's much better to take the airport bus. There's no cabs here," he said, and smiled up to his ears. And I thought, is it somebody on drugs that stole a bus, or what is this? And I said, "No, thank you, I'm gonna take the cab. Listen, I will give you nice people, and I will give you some sightseeing, and I offer you Persian music." And then he smiled again. "It's only 35 crowns, he said. And I got really curious, what is this? So I said, okay, why not? So he picked up my bag, and I just followed him aboard the bus. I paid my 35 crowns, and I put myself way up front, because I really wanted to check out this guy. After he got my money, he went out from the airport bus and started to collect cards that everybody just left when they entered the bus. And I thought, that's an unusual bus driver. And the bus was filling up with people. And he was kind of funny, because suddenly he could say, like, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I do recommend you to have the seat belts on." Nothing happened. And then after like a couple of seconds, he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain again. I got my driving license yesterday." And everybody, whoa, 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 like this. And he was making so much fun. It was such a ride into Umeå. And when we came out of the bus, I mean, we were like sunshine, all of us. And when I came back to Stockholm and met my wife later that day, I told her about the bus driver. You know, he stopped the bus and he talked to these ladies and all that stuff. And then she said, "Why don't you give him a call?" I should do that sometime. "Why don't you call him now, so you don't forget it?" So I picked up the phone, and I called the bus company, and I told them about my little ride there. And they started to laugh, because they know exactly who I was talking about, this guy. And they told me, "Why don't you give him a call? He'll just be happy to talk with you." And they gave me his cell phone number. So I called him the same day that I got home. And I want to show you how he looks. This is how he looks. Today he's one of my best friends. He tells me his name is Peyman Nabab. And he came to Sweden from Iran some 21 years ago. And I asked him, "How long have you been driving the airport bus?" And he said, "I'm not driving an airport bus." "Oh no?" I said, "I thought it was kind of a bus I was sitting on." And he said, "No, I'm not driving an airport bus." "So what do you do?" I asked him. "I give people a better day," he said. "I just happen to sit in a tin can with wheels on it. My work is to give people a better day. I can make a difference. I invite people to my living room. Some people call it a bus. I give them nice music. I have flowers up here in front. I see to it that it's clean. So I don't drive an airport bus." And I said, "Wow, is everybody happy traveling with you?" "Oh yes, they're happy. Sometimes a little bit kind of confused," he said. "But mostly they're very happy." So I was sitting and writing the whole night when I phoned him. And then I came to me, struck me, I forgot to ask him the most important question of them all. So I called him next morning, and then I asked him, why are you like this? Why do you do it like this? Not everybody does that. "That I have noticed," he said. Yeah. "Why are you like this?" And then he thought for a while, and what he said was this: "Because I choose to. It's a choice I make every morning I wake up. It's a choice I make every day I go to work. You never know if this is going to be your last day in life. And I make a choice every day that I will do anything I can with my tin can to give people a better day. Everybody can make that choice. Some people don't make a choice, they just go to work. Some of my colleagues make different kind of choices. Some of them, they drive tin cans. You know, a lot of people, he said, they drive tin cans for work. Some of my colleagues drive passengers. I don't do that. I drive people. I drive human beings. Many are my friends. I have a lot of regulars. And they told me at the airport, during the last year, 3 times, people have called the airport to ask for his schedule a certain day so they can take a flight so they can go with him. It's a choice I make. And I started to think about this. What is this guy really doing? He's not into service. He's not serving people. He's more like hosting people. He's hosting customers. He makes us feel welcome on board. And that kind of took my head in a completely new direction. And I started to think about organizations as hosts. Can you do that? I thought, well, let's try it out.